Good afternoon, Mr. Mills. It's good to meet you. My secretary tells me you've got a rather urgent legal problem. How can I help?
Hello, it's nice to meet you too. I'm pleased you could see me at such short notice because I'm very worried. I've signed a contract and now I'm in trouble because I can't go through with it. I'm losing sleep actually.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure we can sort it out. I'm just going to make a few notes. Tell me the details.
Well, it started when I went to an event in Southampton where there was a caravan exhibition. My wife and I already have a caravan, but it's 8 years old now and I've been thinking about getting a new one. I got talking to the saleswoman from Sunrise Caravans and she showed me the model called the Traveller VIP. Well, I have to admit, it was love at first sight. With the caravan, I mean, not the saleswoman.
Ah, don't worry. I thought that's what you meant.
It was everything I'd been looking for. Made in Germany, single axle, sleeps 4, 3-year manufacturer's guarantee. So I signed up on the spot.
And what was the purchase price?
It was £22,500. I told the saleswoman that I'd be jointly purchasing the caravan with my wife. But as she was meeting a friend for lunch at the George Hotel, they told me just to sign my part on behalf of both of us, which I did.
I see. And did you have to put a deposit down there and then?
Yes, I did. It was 10% of the purchase price. I paid by online bank transfer.
Did they tell you when you needed to pay the balance?
Yes, it was payable in 2 instalments. I had 28 days to pay the first 50% of the remaining balance, and a further 28 days to pay the other 50%. I told my wife when she arrived that afternoon.
And how did she take it?
Not very well at first, to be honest. But she did come around in the end and started planning a caravanning trip around Ireland. She's always wanted to go. Her grandparents came to the UK from Dublin. She's interested in compiling her family tree.
I see. And may I ask, did you have the funds to fulfil your payment obligations?
Well, that's the problem. I was planning to take out a loan from the National First Bank for the remaining £20,000, as me and my wife are homeowners. We've got a mortgage with the same bank, which we're scheduled to pay off by 2029. So I thought it would be an easy matter to use the house as security. But the bank wouldn't give us the loan.
Really? What reason have they given?
They've said that house prices have dropped significantly in the area where I live, and that they're not satisfied that we've got enough equity in our property to secure such a large loan. I'm not 100% sure what that means.
Well, the equity you have in your home is the market value of your house minus the amount you have still to pay on your mortgage.
Right, I see. Well, I didn't know this at the time, but obviously I can't go ahead with buying the caravan. I phoned Sunrise to tell them, and they said I have to go ahead. And if I don't do it, I'll be in breach of contract. The woman also said I can't have my deposit back.
Yes, I can imagine that's what they said. You did sign a binding contract, you know.
Well, yes, but this is why I'd like your advice. I was speaking to my nephew the other day, who's halfway through a law degree at Manchester University. He told me that as it was a joint purchase with my wife, who hasn't signed anything, the contract isn't valid. Is that right?
Well, it's not that straightforward, unfortunately. Your situation has a lot in common with a judgment from 2016 in the case of Marlbury Limited versus liability. This case, just like yours, involved a situation where a husband made a joint purchase on behalf of himself and his wife, but his wife didn't sign the contract. In this case, the husband agreed to a 999-year lease on a hotel room in London. Unfortunately, an appeal judge found that a binding contract did exist. Do you have a copy of the contract that you signed with you?
I have. Here you are.
Let me see. Yes, as I suspected, just like in the Marlbury case, there's a joint and several liability clause. If you have joint and several liability, which you do, it means that you agree to be liable for your obligations either by yourself or together with another or others.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good.
It's not great news, no. The court held in the Marlbury case that although the husband signed the contract on behalf of himself and his wife, and although the wife wasn't legally bound by it, the husband was liable on his own as an individual.
Oh no, this is terrible. Is there nothing we can do?
At this stage, I can't say for sure, but we can't be too optimistic, I'm afraid.
I know bad news when I hear it.
Well, let's look at the alternatives. Is there any chance of you taking out an unsecured loan to cover at least part of the purchase price?
Not really. We already have a loan for our car, and there's 18 months of the payment term left on that. That's £335 a month. I can't see my wife agreeing to any further debt until that's paid off in full.
OK, well, we can try writing to Sunrise Caravans and see if we can agree that you'll forfeit your deposit on the understanding that they agree to set aside the contract.
Will they do that?
It's certainly worth a try. They may not want to proceed with lengthy litigation if we inform them that they're unlikely to recover the full amount in any event. You don't have enough equity in your property, so I don't think there's much point in them trying to force the sale of it.
Now let's try it. It still means losing £2,500, but it's better than having to find £20,000. If that works, it's a very expensive lesson, but it's not the end of the world. Thank you.
Leave it with me. I'll be in touch.